Yeah. So good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon to you as well. I hope that you are doing pretty well.
Yeah, I'm doing well. There's no complaining. So how's your morning
Okay.
so far?
Well, my morning was also quite productive and hectic. I took a lot of classes and I was just doing workout at, I guess, 12 p.m. So when I received your message, I thought, let's do it because we had been pondering for this for a long time. So I thought, today, let's do it.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, I also I had I have been visited few videos of you also on many channels.
Oh, I hope that you found it helpful and informative.
Yeah, that was really nice, amazing. So
Thank you. Appreciate.
we are meeting first time. So I would like to know a little bit about you.
Well, my name is Janil, and I'm in the business of teaching English. I share the beauty of English language with my students, and I represent Gujarat. I'm from Gujarat. Yeah, so that's pretty much about me. When it comes to qualifications, I did my master's in English. Currently, I'm pursuing my PhD,
Mm-hmm.
and I studied entirely in English medium school. So, because of that reason, I guess I have good command over this language.
Mm-hmm. Wow, that's great. So are you working on your accent as well? Am I right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, because I could observe. You were speaking a little bit, different. That's great.
Yes, I do. It's still in work in the progress. I won't say that I have completely mastered it, but in no time, I guess I would be able to pull it off.
Of course, you're right. Okay, so this is my turn. So this is Chandan. I live in Bihar state, and professionally, I'm a teacher in a primary classes. Yeah, that's all about me.
All right, that's great. Nice. And
Thank you.
do you teach English as well, or all the subjects?
I teach every subject.
Okay, great. Yeah, good for you. Nice. And how
Thank
long have you been doing that?
you. Yeah, it's been 2 years.
Okay, nice. All
Yes.
right, great. So, what sort of things would you like to ask today, or like, let's do something out of the box, you know?
Mm-hmm. Sure.
I'll ask you a question. When was the last time you did a conversation and you found the person with whom you were doing, you felt like, oh shit, I shouldn't be doing a conversation with him or her. Did this ever occur to you?
Yeah, it happens with me at the first times, at the beginning of connecting with one person, and she was so sophisticated into this language. So that time I got nervousness that time. Yeah,
Okay,
I felt like
all
that
right.
that time.
Mm-hmm. Great. Okay. And after starting your YouTube journey, what are the some of the personal things that you have felt about you, like the changes inside yourself?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so before raising my channels and after raising, what are the changes I have got?
Yeah.
Okay, so of course I got many changes in me, like I removed my hesitations, I developed my confidence level, and I got to know how to communicate with the people. Many more things I got to learn. Yeah, you can say this is called challenge. I mean, changing in me. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Great. And like you upload videos quite often, right? In a week, in our group, I often see your videos. So, like in a week, how many videos do you upload?
Regularly, I'm posting because of attending regularly the one conversation. So why would I
Wow.
listed this in my memory card, right? So it's better to just release, right?
Hmm. Makes sense. Yeah. Great. Great. Nice. Nice. Nice.
Okay. So I wanna ask you one question.
Sure.
Like as you started your learning, right, English, very I think very long ago I think. So what intentionally have you entered into this platform to learn English, and what is your exact intention of learning this language?
When I joined the spoken English classes, even though I studied entirely in English medium school, but I had to do that. So when I joined that, I realized the magnitude of English language. You know how people are crazy about it. So I thought that this is the thing I should be doing, and we all know that it's the dream of every parent that their child should be able to speak in English fluently. So likewise, it was the dream of my parents as well that one day I would be able to speak in English. I remember this thing vividly, like there was a movie or something that was in English, and I told my parents I'm not able to understand it. So they scolded me that no, you study in English medium school, and then also you are not able to pursue what they are saying. So this kind of incidents happened with me, and those things were epiphany for me. I got the wake up call that I need to learn English, and that's how my journey started.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, that's a great. Of course, it was so inspiring, I would say. It's obvious
Mhm.
things if you do not hurt on certain situations, so you couldn't, take any decision in your life, to move ahead towards. Yeah, that's great.
Definitely.
So now I can say you are looking so determined towards your communication, and you are working on your accent as well.
Yeah.
So that's a really wonderful, I would say.
Now, there is a quote that goes like this: being a teacher does not mean that you cease to learn. So I never try to, stop myself from learning. I always feel like, I know nothing. So I try to inculcate a lot of things about English whenever I'm free.
Hmm.
So whenever I get some time, I try to read books. I try to work on my accent by watching videos and all. So that's how I always try to, push the envelope.
Hmm. That's great. So I would like to know your strategy and ideas and ways. What are the few ways have you been applying to improve your English?
Like there are no exceptional ways or unique ways that I do. Just do the mundane things, but I do it consistently. Be it reading books, be it consuming content. So these are some of the things. Like there are no such things that can be, out of the box kind of thing. All you need to have is consistency, and you should be relentless about your journey.
Hmm.
So if you do have that, then in no time you would be able to pull it off. You would be able to speak eloquently.
Yeah, you are right. So I think I would like to ask you the one hobbies of you. Do you like movies? English, right?
Yeah,
English movie.
like I cherish movies. I'm head over heels when it comes to movies.
Okay, so I think what are the new movies have you recently watched?
Recently, look, I'm not into Hindi movies. I generally I watch English films, but recently I watched a movie called Deva, starring Shahid Kapoor, and I felt like that movie was really spectacular because
Mm-hmm.
the I'm not sure whether have you watched it or not.
Of course, I watch.
You watched it, okay. So I do admire the work Shahid Kapoor had done on his physique. He was looking bulky, so that was quite an inspiration. And on top of that, the twist at the climax, that was also out of the box thing. It was really top notch. So, like for the entire movie, I was on the edge of my seat because it was, I was not even to blink my eyes. I'm not exaggerating, but it was really top notch. So for the people who haven't watched it, I would highly recommend to watch this movie, Deva.
Yeah, yeah, of course. That was a blockbusters movie, I would say.
Yeah,
Yeah, you got a little bit, energetic internally while watching, such a movies. You feel,
hmm.
warm. That's wonderful. And what about American web series and Hollywood movies? I think you might have watched multiple.
Yeah. Recently, I completed a series called Reacher. It's on Amazon Prime, and it's based on the novel Jack Reacher by Lee Child. The author is Lee Child. Earlier, there were two movies starring Tom Cruise, but now they started this series. So there are three seasons of this series. So I completed all the three seasons of Jack Reacher.
Okay, so mostly movie have you preferred yourself to watch actions, right?
Yeah, I'm more into actions and suspense and thriller.
Yeah, that's a great way, holding yourself for a long time into this.
Yeah, and also if like I don't like to watch drama genre. If the genre is of drama, I don't like to watch that. Other
So
than
do
that,
I.
if it is horror comedy, then I'm good to go for that. I admire those kind of films, but
Yeah,
not dramatic movies.
if I manifest my opinions over this matter, so I love to watch scientific, somewhere I like
Hmm.
love to scientific technology you are going to have right there. Any adventures, because in this way you are going to learn, right, how to, deal with the tough situations, right? So these are movies I also watch. And maximums I
Okay.
love to horror, yeah.
Oh, nice. So, which are your top three horror favorite movies?
Okay, Ghost Rider, I think you might have aware.
Ghost Rider. Yeah,
Ghost
Nicolas
Riders,
Cage.
yes. And Pirates of the Caribbean,
Caribbean. Yes, Johnny Depp.
yes. And another one is that Vampire Diaries.
Vampire Diaries.
This is
Nina
the,
Dobrev.
yeah, this is the web series, not a movie.
Yeah.
So,
I'm familiar with that. I'm a fan of Nina Dobrev. Although I haven't seen that Vampire Diaries, but
mhm.
I do admire her as an actress.
Yeah. So I have completed, I think, 7 season. I would say one hundred
Okay.
and plus more than episodes is there. So
Wow.
yeah,
Yeah. I often tell this. Often recommend my students to do this, either to watch movies or to watch web series, because by doing that you try to hit two birds with a stone. You get the entertainment and you learn something out of it.
of
So
course,
eh, it's always fruitful. It's not a waste of time if you watch something.
of course, because you are going to not only entertain yourself, you are going to learn multiple things like different vocabulary, which you are not going to have from
Definitely,
the books, right?
definitely.
That's the reason I have been watching very long time. And
That's
recently,
great.
recently I would say I have been watching the originals. I think you might be aware. The originals,
It's
right?
also a part of like it's connected with empires,
Yes,
vampires, right?
yeah. Actually, now, like, why I'm watching such a kinds of movie, like where you are going to have suspense and like horrorness, right? All these things is there into this, right? It's a kind of mixing. You can say mixing in just. That's the reason I have been
Hmm.
chosen.
Wow. Great, great. Nice.
Yes.
And like, do you take notes while watching it, or you simply like watch it?
No, no. After having very strange vocab, so I take a screenshots.
Okay, screenshots.
Yes.
Great.
I think most of the vocabulary I am already aware about, but very less vocab that is very unfamiliar to me. Then I do this.
Great. Yeah, nice, nice. You are from Bihar, right?
Yes, of course.
Wow. Because the way you speak, it's really commendable. It's really inspiring because I teach a lot of students from Bihar, and it's sometimes it can be daunting to teach them because they don't have the basic knowledge of English. So sometimes for me it's really hard, but your way of speaking, the way you articulate yourself, hats off to you.
Oh,
You have done a great job.
it means a lot to me because you can say this is my efforts, what I have been putting for a long time on the same directions, and I knew the value of this language. What is it for me?
Hmm.
So, because of having this knowledge of language, I'm being connected with multiple personalities. Not only belong to the Indian citizens, but also foreigner as well.
Okay,
Yeah,
even you have guests of like from foreign countries on your channel.
yeah, of course. I think,
Okay, nice. It's good.
yeah, because I think we have to take challenge, right, for self. Challenge will make you sufficient, that much sufficient what you expect from yourself. So I know the Indian accent is very are simple and having clarity to understand the meaning of them. But what about understanding somebody's statement who belongs to different countries and city, right? So it,
Definitely.
yeah, so it would be the challengeable for you to just checking your internal potentials and as abilities,
Hmm.
right? So that's the reason I always
Yeah.
being connected.
Wow, that's great. Nice. I admire the fact that you connect with people from different parts of the world as well. Because tend to do that often. You might have seen on my channel. Like
Mm,
recently, I uploaded a video with a man from Poland. So for me, it was a little bit difficult to understand his accent. But overall, it was a great experience when I finished the podcast with him.
yeah, somewhere not having the clarity into their accent. Okay, we are
Yeah.
suffering through, but it's okay if you have the better perceiving the things in a quick manner. Then you can
Mhm.
resonate your opinions with them, right?
Defi- Definitely. And sometimes what happens that the reason I started learning different accent was because when I used to speak in typical Indian accent, a lot of people were not able to comprehend what I was trying to convey. So, and sometimes they even used to make fun of it. So we can see them that in their eyes that they are literally making fun of it. So because of that, I was compelled to do it.
Yeah, it's okay, no issue. I think
Yeah,
accent will define how much struggle have you done, right, over this language.
definitely,
It's obvious
definitely.
things that every person talking, normally. But what about
Mhm.
a very specific thing? What we have done earlier towards this language, that is called accent. What we have right now.
Definitely. And it's a daunting task. It's a Herculean task. It's not, a piece of cake. Because what I felt was I teach a lot of students. And if I speak the same way my students are speaking, then why the hell I'm teaching to them? So I need to be, some sort of, I have a uniqueness that I can impart the knowledge of accent as well. So that was the thing that I felt like lagging in me. And I tried to fill up the void.
Yeah, yeah, of course you're right. Yeah, because each and every individuals have been speaking like as a normally we are listening. But if
Yeah,
you speak the way you speak, it really matters surrounding the people. Why the people
definitely.
would be admiring you because of having something specific in you, right?
Yeah, definitely. Like right now I teach online. I have like 20 students. So that's because of this way of speaking, articulation, structure, sentences, I got the students, and that is most of from my YouTube channel.
Hmm.
So that motivates me to always go beyond the limits, to never rest on my laurels. I always try to push the envelope, and I try to stay ahead of the curve, because even on YouTube, as you know, that we have a lot of competitors, so we
Hmm.
need to provide some sort of different content.
Yeah, it's very difficult to stay, surrounding these people.
Yeah.
One of them, are it's self-sufficient, having a different potential, capacity. So you have to do something else that is beyond of
Def-
others' capacity. I would say.
mm, Definitely. And are you into books apart from watching films and series? Do you admire to read books?
Oh, recently I have not been reading any books, but yeah, earlier I think 5 months back I was reading, but random books. I was
Okay.
not categorized any specific books. Yeah, personally,
Okay.
I believe like what you read, it doesn't matter. But if you are understanding whatever have you been taken, it really matters, right?
Hmm. Yeah, makes sense. And what are some of the new things that you have acquired about English language? Well, like you said, it can be vocabulary, idioms, or anything that you can share with me.
Okay, actually, I do not learn idioms
Remember?
and phrasal verbs or whatever I would say. Yeah, but I have been reading, learning vocabulary. What I personally consider it's a root of a spoken English. If you do not have, you are not being able to convey your message. So I am preferring
True.
myself to read vocabulary. But nowadays
Okay.
I'm not reading because of having engagement in my personal life, you can say, and Navratri is going on. So
Hmm.
only the attending conversation with the people and observing something uniqueness of others so that I can implement in my conversation and in my actual life to improve myself. Yeah, that's all.
Makes sense. Okay. All right. Great. Okay. Should we call it a day or we
Hmm.
should carry on the conversation? Is it enough?
Yeah, I think it's enough. We have done 20 minutes, I think.
Yeah. All right then. It was nice having a conversation with you, and I would love to do this again with you.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yes,
Take care,
thank you.
man. Bye.